Well, would you look at this? Would you look at this? It's week three in a row. That's a new record. That's quite incredible. Um, I'm quite proud of this achievement. I'm going for four weeks in a row, maybe even five. Let's keep it going. Thanks for all of the support on the first two. It's been wonderful. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. It's yeah. It's I'll try. I'm going to be totally honest, completely upfront, straight out the gate this time. Still have not filmed an intro, so we're still rolling without one. However, I've built this intro up far too much now. Like it's got to be the best intro ever now. Everyone is waiting for something incredible. I don't know if I can deliver anymore, but it's going to be great. I promise. It's going to be something spectacular. You know, undefeated, impossible. You know what I mean? So yeah, we got that to come. I thought I'd wear sunnies. So for the people watching, because I noticed, you see, half the time I don't look at the camera because I'm looking at my laptop because that's where my notes are, and I haven't got a memory that's cut out for this. So now you can't see where I'm looking. It's genius. I'm actually currently looking at my laptop, and you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. So that's genius, and I look good with these on as well. I don't know I'm looking stylish, you know. I'm looking. What's the word? I learned a new word. It's in an article about me. Hang on, that was a bit of a flex. That was it in Daily Mail. Daily Mail. Jackson. If you want to read an article about me, go on Daily Mail. There's something that's happened this week. Daily Mail have been onto my back. They've been accusing me of things that are not true. It's been outrageous. They're trying to say I'm a fake geek. I don't know what they're trying to like. The articles have been ridiculous. It's mad. It's hilarious. Like I've been loving it. It's great. Good publicity, you know. But they don't. I don't understand their articles. Like half the time, like 90% of the time, they're just complimenting me. They're like, they're calling me, you know, good looking, funny, you know, all of these things. And then the rest of the time, they're just calling me a liar. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to take from that. It's quite contradictory. I don't know. Yeah, like, I mean, to the Daily Mail people listening, because I'm sure you are, pick a side, all right? Come for me or don't, all right? You know, just keep doing what you're doing. It's quite funny. But I can confirm I am not a fake geek. So, they've supposedly they unearthed some photos of me from my modelling past, which doesn't exist. It's like these unearthed photos were taken after the show, and I posted them on my own Instagram, so they aren't really unearthed. Like, I unearthed them. If they want to unearth some photos, and they go back a year, and it debunks their entire article because I look very geeky. So, I mean, good job, Daily Mail. What was? Oh yeah, the word demure. I'm looking demure, which apparently means fancy. I don't know. So that's. But yeah, it's been an interesting week. I also got a haircut. It's kind of still long, but it's slightly shorter and thinner. That's the main thing. So it's easier to style, you know. Got to get them styling things in. So that's also happened. I'm trying to get my notes back up. I'm struggling. I'm stuck on Daily Mail. They've trapped me. Daily Mail, stop. You're ruining my career at this point. Stop it. Hang on. I can't get back. Where is it? Oh, okay, we got it. It's fine, guys. No need to panic. So, yeah, it's what else happened? It was Beauty and the Geek finale. Big up Kira and Lachlan. My guys are absolute legends. Deserved it fully. And of course everyone else as well. Everyone deserved it. But, you know, it was awesome. It was awesome. It's all over now. My life's going downhill from this point onwards. I have nothing to look forward to anymore. But it's all right, because you guys have got something to look forward to every Saturday/Sunday. Depends on if I'm being on time. It's, you know, you got something to look forward to. You got this. So that's, if anything, you guys are winning. You guys are winning big. The people who are listening to this or watch it, you guys, you don't lose. You don't lose. There's no losing in Jacksaucing. There's no losing here. I am a bit late. I am a day late. I won't lie. That is entirely my fault. I won't. But I mean, look, Kanye West, he's always late. So, you know, blame, like, you know, he's very successful, and so I don't see how there's any issues with this. I mean, what is going? I don't know what's going on with Kanye West. I watched his live stream of his new album. What's it? Something beginning with an M, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, he started flying. Kanye West was flying. That was quite something to witness. I don't know. Anyway, on the topic of being kind of late to things, I thought I'd kind of try and be current and do a topic that's relevant. So I was going to do an Olympic special, but awkwardly, the closing ceremony will actually have happened after the time this is before the closing ceremony. The closing ceremony's happened. If you're listening or watching, the closing ceremony has happened by now, I believe, which is slightly awkward. However, I have already committed, so it's Olympic special week, guys. It's Olympic special. I hope you're excited, because I am. It's going to be great. Shout out to Australia, who obviously doing absolute bits in the Olympics, coming through in 6th place currently, which doesn't sound that good. Well, no, it is quite good compared to like 78 countries or something. I don't know how many there are. Quite a few countries, might be more than that. In the Olympics, I have a number here actually. 88 countries in the Olympics. Well, no, that's just ones that have won medals. I have no idea how many are in the Olympics. More than 6. So we're doing well, Australia. Shout out to you, especially considering we have such a small population compared to the countries that are doing much better than we are. Well, not even much better than we are. That's the thing. That's what's impressive. What have we got? I've run the numbers, done the maths. By that I mean I've googled like Olympic medals per capita, which is a fancy word for how many medals for each person in the country, or how many people I think it's more how many people in the country are there per medal. So you got to think Australia, very low population, whereas China, very big population. I got these stats up, and I mean, honestly, massive respect to San Marino. No idea where that country is, or what they are, but they got a population of 34,000 people. 33,931 to be precise. And they've got 3 medals. That means if you live in San Marino, you've got a 1 in 11,310 chance of having an Olympic medal this year. Now that's impressive. So big shout out to San Marino and all my San Marinoans out there, because I'm sure they're all big fans of Jacksaucing. But also Bermuda, that's up there. and Grenada. I don't know where either of those two are either, but and then look, so Australia, you're down in 11th, which is decent. 40. Well, this is slightly out of. I don't know how many medals we got now, but we got a lot of medals for the amount of people we got. However, we are being battered by New Zealand. I can't even lie to you guys. New Zealand are in 4th. They've got half the amount of medals we've got, but they've got a 5th of our population. So, shout out Australia, but a bigger shout out to New Zealand because you're smashing it. There's no competing with New Zealand. They are doing absolute madnesses. It's an interesting list because you got like down in last place. Sorry, India, you're slacking. You're slacking. Obviously there are countries that have no medals, but India, you got 1.4 billion people, and you got 5 medals. What's up with that? You've got a very large pool of variety of people to choose from, and you're telling me you can't win, more than 5 medals. You're down in 88th place. 88th place. That is just tragic. That is tragic. So sorry to all of my Indians out there. You need to up your game. I know you've probably got other priorities. A lot of people. But beyond India, there aren't many surprises. China's down in 73rd, to be fair. Like, obviously, they've got 74 medals. They're doing, they got a lot. But they've got a lot of people. And considering the way they treat their athletes, obviously, it's not a political podcast. However, I'm coming for China. Stop. I can't be bothered. I don't think the Chinese government are listening. I don't think they'll listen to the things I've got to say about how they run their athletics programs. But there's something dodgy going on in China, guys. I'm convinced. What else? America, 55th, poor. Half of your medals are from shooting. That's embarrassing. Like, that just makes you look bad. I wouldn't. If I was America, I would not send anyone to do shooting because it's just a joke waiting to happen, isn't it? What else we got? UK, Great Britain. Also, I see a lot of people complaining that Great Britain we're like 4 countries or whatever. That's how it works. All right. I don't know what you're trying to say. We're one country and we're 4 countries at the same time. Deal with it. All right. I don't know how it works, but it works. It works for me. This is a great thing about being dual nationality, by the way. Technically, I'm winning the Olympics, if you think about it. So, because what we got Britain on 63 medals and Australia on 44. Combine those together. Oh, no, okay. I'm second. Okay, that's awkward. China are still beating me, even though I've got 2 countries. But only by 1 gold medal. So come on. Let's get ourselves a gold medal in the next day. Either Australia or Britain. And Team Jackson we're going to the moon. I have to say though, I'm confused by the fact that Russia's still in there. I know that because they got banned and stuff, and they're in there as Russian Federation. No, that's what it says in the list. They're Olympic Committee of Russia or something. Wasn't it Rock? Cock? No, it's definitely Rock. Definitely Rock. Russian Olympic Committee. That's it. And that just sounds like Russia to me. I won't lie. Surely you can't just come up with your own country and just enter the Olympics. I don't know the rules behind it all. But like, if that was the case, I would definitely be making my own country and coming in, because I think that would be genius. If really, like, I mean, I wouldn't win anything necessarily, but I think it would just look good. I'd compete in everything, and just me. I'd lose, but imagine the publicity. Like, the news coverage would be insane. Just one guy competing in every event, and it's the leader of a brand new country. That sounds like an inspirational story. Daily Mail, report on that. Get me into the Olympics 2024. I'm coming for those medals. Because, I mean, I have to say, I think there are some sports I could do well in. So I've got a bit of a list here of sports I think I will do well in, or I think we should remove from the Olympics, because I think they're kind of in the same category. As if I can do well in a sport, it probably shouldn't be in the Olympics. That's a general rule of thumb. If I can do well at something, not worth your time. It's not worth your time. Because like this, I could definitely. This is controversial opinion. Equestrian, I'm coming for you. I have nothing against equestrian. It's cool. I like horses and all that. But give me a good horse, 6 months to train with it. I'm coming for those medals. Like, I mean, when I say a good horse, I'm talking like it needs to like pre-trained. You know, give me the one that won this year, and you know, I don't really understand what's so difficult about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure it's harder than I think it is in my head. I've hit the microphone. That's gonna be bad. I don't know what I've eaten today. I'm very what's it called? I'm thirsty, but I'm surviving, so it's fine. Equestrian, yeah, I can do it. I mean, yeah, probably could not do it, but I reckon I could. Equestrian, easy win. I could also hockey. I think I could do well at hockey. It's realistically no one actually plays hockey. Let's be real. I'm fairly certain everyone who does play hockey that's all that's left. If you're in the Olympics and you're playing hockey, they're only people who do play hockey. Like, all I have to do to get into the team is play hockey, because that's all there is. And it doesn't look that difficult anyway. I'm sure it hurts a little bit because they get whacked a bit with those sticks and stuff. But no one plays it. And that's why, because it hurts. So if I could get past the bruises, I'm coming for them hockey medals as well. What else could I do? I reckon I could do well in. I don't think I could do well in many sports, to be fair. But I don't think I could win this. But I don't think it should be in the Olympics. What is walking? The speed walking stuff. I mean, like, obviously I respect it's probably not that easy. But there's lots of things that aren't that easy. It doesn't mean they should be a sport. You know, it doesn't mean anyone has to do it. Like, you don't have to walk like that. I'm sorry. There's no reason. I don't know if you've seen it, but they walk. It's mad. They walk like they look like they need a toilet the entire time. It's weird. Like they're just walking and they're like strutting their stuff. Like it's imagine like someone walking down like a catwalk, like a model, and then you put it in 2 times. That's exactly what it looks like. It's ridiculous. I don't get it, and it just sounds ridiculous as well. Like when do you start walking? How do you get into that? How do you get into it? Because like one of the Australian walkers was 19. Like I I don't condone bullying, but how on earth does she has to go home and have friends somehow? Like, obviously, she was an Olympian. That's cool. But does anyone? That's like, it just doesn't. It's not quite the same, is it? Like, imagine like having one of those Olympic tattoos that people get of the rings, and someone asks you like, "Oh, what did you do in the Olympics?" And you have to come out and say, "I did walking." That's yeah. You're just setting yourself up. I've lots of respect for these walkers because they're putting themselves out there, but I'm fairly certain they'd be better suited to more efficient ways of travel, such as running. You know, like if they're going to use that energy, just run. I reckon you could take on some of the runners. So go for it, guys. Walkers, stop walking, run. All right. I'm not about this slow business, because you've got the stamina. I don't know why. If anyone listening to this walks like that, let me know, because I wanna know what's going on. I need to know the details. Because I can't be bothered to Google it. So what else? Oh, also on those Olympic tattoos, I reckon I should get one, because obviously it's not like there's any way of telling if it's genuine or not. It's not like it's an official. You could just get one. I reckon half the people you see with an Olympic tattoo, not that I've ever seen one with one, but if I did, I'm not convinced that they'd actually be an Olympian, because how do you know? That was completely pointless thing to say, but I'll move on. This is the biggest one for me. My biggest problem with a sport, the modern pentathlon. I don't know if you guys know what this is, but the modern pentathlon. So it's not a pentathlon you might be thinking of with like they do running and throwing javelins and discus and all of the interesting things. No, they do. I've got sports written out here. We start off with fencing, then go for a freestyle swim, then show jumping, which is like on a horse, shooting, and running. What sort of sport is that? Firstly, calling it modern pentathlon, that is outrageous. That's the least modern thing I've ever seen. What do you mean? That's archaic, that stuff. That's like, well, it sounds like they're training to be like a cowboy or a musketeer or something. Like, no one uses a sword. What do you mean? Fencing, I don't know. How do you get, again, walking's one thing. I don't know how you get into that. When does this come up in life? Like what do you just wake up one day and decide to become a modern pentathlonist? Because I don't know. I don't get it. It's not like all of these things are things that generally people can be quite good at as well. I mean, like I'd say swimming and running are obviously things that people are good at. I just have to be athletic. But shooting, show jumping, and fencing, I think it might just be a rich person sport. Now I'm thinking about it, I think it might just be a rich person sport. I think that's one of the problems with the Olympics. This is one of the problems. A lot of the sports are very privileged, as in like they're privileged backgrounds. That's why I like the running, because you can just be good at running, and that's why it's not, you don't see the big countries with all the money doing well at the running necessarily. You see lots of people doing well at the running, whereas you get these modern pentathlon. Who wins the modern pentathlon? Like, who won it this year? Let me find out. I'm finding which country. Modern pentathlon. Where is it? It'll be an M. I've got a list on the Olympic website of all of the sport to see. So where is M in the alphabet? Is it after S or below S? No, it meant the same thing. Modern pentathlon. I found it. So, who won the modern pentathlon? It was, of course, no surprises here, China. And, oh wait, no, I'm lying to you. I was going to say that would be a bit surprising. I don't know. I don't necessarily see China doing the modern pentathlon much. Hang on, schedule and results. It was British. They were British. That's such a British thing to win. I won't lie. I'm showing in my own country now. Britain, what you doing? Why you... Kate French. Who is Kate French? I don't... If she's like... I bet she went to a private school. Guaranteed. Modern pentathlete. If she... Cobham Hall... It's a private school. She went to a private school. Called it. Rich person sport. So I've decided I'm coming up with my own pentathlon. It's something that's accessible for lots of people, and it's not all things that you need lots of money to practice for. It's just all about raw skill. I thought we'd start with some parkour, and that would be exciting. Gets the people going. We've introduced rock climbing this year to the Olympics, so parkour comes in banging in the pentathlon. Then we got hurdling walls. It sounds a lot like parkour, but it's different because it's just a lot of walls in a row, and you run, and you got to get over them all. Kind of intense. You put some obstacles in there, like bins and traffic cones and stuff. Maybe the occasional cat. Then third sport have like avoiding lasers. You it's kind of like an obstacle thing. Like you have to like duck under, duck over, do some jumping. I reckon that would be quite interesting, intense, unpredictable. You don't know who's going to win that. And then fourth sport, a single person relay. It's a new sport I've invented. It's like a normal relay, except there's rather than four people, it's just one person, and they just have to hold. So it's just basically it's just running, but you have to hold the baton thing. That's what it is. That's essentially. So a single person relay, and then car racing, because I think that would be quite cool as well. Because I just feel like the modern pentathlon, right? That's kind of, as you can see, the fencing, the show jumping, shooting. It's kind of replicating like a highwayman from back in the day, or a cowboy or musketeer might do. And so I thought my pentathlon with the parkour, the avoiding lasers, running with an object, I just felt like robbing a bank was something that's a lot more, accessible activity for the people to get involved in. And I just think it's just generally a better idea, and could be a good way of ex-convicts and people who have been in prison to turn their lives around and become something bigger and better. And why not appeal to their strengths, which is robbing banks? I mean, granted, we can't guarantee that they would actually be that good at their sport, because they did get caught and put in prison. So we might end up finding that... Oh, the recording stopped. That was a weird noise. Ignore that. Oh, no. There we go. Crisis averted. But yeah, no, what was I saying? We might find it ends up being a rich person sport again, because clearly the people who are good at robbing banks are rich. Because so maybe this wasn't as good an idea as I thought it was. I don't know. But yeah. But big shout out to all my Olympians out there. If anyone happens to, I have very low chances, considering what there might be 100 people, 200 people here. If one of you happens to be an Olympian, hi, how you going? I keep seeing Sam Fricker on my For You page. He seems like a lad. I like that guy. He's the same age as me, which is concerning. I'm like, he seems to be a bit more successful in life. That's always upsetting when you see someone like the same age or younger than you, doing bits. Like what was his name? Saka. Bayoko Saka. He plays for England in the World Cup. No, in the Euros. It was in the Euros. And he missed the penalty, and it was very sad. Very sad. But he's the same age as me, and he's playing in the Euros final. So that's upsetting. I forget my demographic. Hang on. But shout out to Sam Fricker is definitely my demographic in terms of a very attractive man. Very attractive man. So I'm sure you're all fans of him as well. Anyway, we're at like half an hour. So I guess I probably should draw it to a close. Let me know, guys, in the comments or DM me or whatever, what you think should be a new Olympic sport, or what you think you might do well in, or what you think shouldn't be in the Olympics. Because give me content I'm not doing another Olympic special. I won't do a Paralympic special either, because Paralympics is great. I love the Paralympics. However, don't think I'll get away with saying I'll do well at Paralympic sports. I think that might be a little bit too controversial. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Don't forget to go and find my TikTok. Go and watch my TikToks. They're great. I'm good at that. What else? Follow the Spotify thing or the Apple Podcast thing. I don't know how it works necessarily, but click the follow button or whatever. Or if you're on YouTube, subscribe and so I feel like I'm one of them. So I'm not going to say I like it or comment, because that just sounds needy. But anyway, have fun. I'm getting better at ending these. Not really, but I'll try my best. I'm going in circles now. I'm just going to end it.